So hi listeners, and welcome to the Golden Joystick 2012. Today we're going to be discussing the downloadable content shortlist, and this one is a monster. So my name's Rob Taylor, and I'm kind of looking after the joysticks this year, and with me I've got Ian Wilson and Alex Dale of CVG fame, and Matt Pellett from Games Master, who are obviously looking after the kind of the big name above the awards, the good old Games Master. So let's talk. I mean, this is a big list, 14 categories on this, all deserving to be on there. What do you think, guys?
Well, I'm noticing a trend of DLC becoming bigger and more grand. I mean, games such as Euro 2012 and Sniper Challenge for Hitman could almost pass as full games in themselves. It's just becoming, people are realising that people are thirsty for games, releasing them timely, and there's some really good stuff on the list.
I mean, I think Sniper Challenge is a really interesting one of this category, purely because it's actually different. It's the only one of the lot that came out before the title in question. Yeah. It's, you know, we've classed it as DLC for Hitman Absolution. In actual fact, it's a pre-order bonus. It's similar sort of way that Capcom used Case Zero for Dead Rising 2. And it's interesting to see, you know, that alongside all the other like post-launch DLC, because it was a real success for Square Enix and it was received very well by fans. And between Case Zero and Sniper Challenge, I think we might be seeing this pre-game DLC occur a lot more in the future.
Yeah, no one said DLC had to be post-release. I mean, there are some really interesting ones as well, and it's so varied because you can things like the Skyrim Creation Kit, which is obviously PC only, and you've got the Portal Perpetual Testing Initiative. You know, these are map editors, but they're not just map editors. They're these glorious, utterly intuitive tools where committed fans can transform already amazing games into creations that basically transcend the developer's wildest dreams, and that's so exciting.
Well, this is it. It's, you say with the Portal 2 and the Skyrim Creation Kits. With most DLC, obviously you kind of get a finite amount of content with it, but with a creation kit, pretty much the sky's the limit. As soon as that goes out into the community and you get these talented people out there who are actually making these extra levels, it's almost opens up an unlimited supply of new content to come out for those platforms.
I don't know who these people are, but they are talented. And we talk about different forms of DLC. I mean, interesting that The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings is on there. Don't forget the developer CD Projekt released all the enhanced content that they ended up bundling with the 360 version of the game free to PC users 6-7 months after the game came out. I mean, that's a fantastic commitment that you don't even have to pay for this. You know, you're getting this long-standing service where the developers are committed to turning an already great product and making it even better.
Yeah, I mean, here we've got a mix of paid and free DLC. I mean, again, the Portal and the Elder Scrolls Creation Kit, obviously not Dawnguard, that's paid DLC, but the other two are free as well for users. And you know, it's another example of like the differences in DLC that we're seeing and seeing more often than not, like month after month after month. You've got premium price DLC that can, you know, reach £20 and above, but there's so much free content out there for people to play post-game or pre-game, you know, in the case of Hitman again. You know, it's great. So many people are getting so much value for money now in gaming that just didn't exist before.
And isn't
it's
it
really
showing,
good to see.
I think this is just showing as well how the industry is shifting. I mean, you know, this is almost a microcosm of what's happening to the games industry. But yeah, there's some great comedy ones in there. I know you and I, Matt, very, very fond of the Wavy Tube Man Chronicles in the Gunstringer.
Yeah, I don't know if necessarily all of the viewers and the listeners will have been aware of this one, but a nice knowing nod back to Mad Dog McCree.
You weren't even born when Mad Dog McCree came out, were you?
We'll gloss over that one.
that was great. You know, also SSX Tricky, fantastic. A real kind of hark back to the halcyon day, Halicon days of kind of, you know, when really proper console games. We don't really see it anymore. So, kind of summing up, guys. I mean, what do we think here? I mean, any personal favourites? What do you think? Who do you think is going to win? Maybe not a personal favourite, but who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm going to go for the Hitman Sniper Challenge, just because it's something so completely different and out there and hopefully it's a sign of things to come.
Good stuff. Alex?
I think it's going to be a struggle for anyone to overthrow Dawnguard, to be honest. I think maybe that one's got in the back. But, you know, if you disagree, the beauty of this is that the power lies with you. You know, you can vote for it. Personally, my vote would go for the SSX pack.
Interesting.
I think the game that could well end up snatching the joystick this year is going to be Rock Band 3 in the Gold Star My Heart pack. Don't forget that this is Rick Astley, Never Going to Give You Up.
You played the Rick Astley card.
Well, I mean, come on, it's in the game because the fans demanded it. It was the most demanded song of all time in Rock Band 3. I think we're going to get Rickrolled.
I would love to see Azura's Wrath, the Rio thing, just because it's so crazy, it's so Capcom, it's just so in keeping with that game. I don't think it's got a hope in hell, but come on people, vote for it. So if you agree or disagree with any of these choices, get on it. goldenjoystick.com. You can also vote on Facebook this year, so just have a look for our Golden Joysticks page. We're also on Twitter giving away loads of prizes there, so like I said, get involved.